you have the full right to fill the police.
You were like a little bad boy, is that correct?
It is what it is.
Everyone around me was getting arrested, getting stabbed, beat, or whatever.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of The Juice. My name is Ornella.
My name is Lisa.
The Juice is a talk show where we talk about the highs and the lows we all go through in life.
And today we have Yassine Boubout as our studio guest. You might have seen him on TV, maybe shouting on the streets. So it's about time we ask him some questions.
Yes, exactly. Because Yassine is a human rights advocate, he's an activist, a student, and so much more. So we're gonna ask him some juicy questions about his highs and his lows. First of all, Yassine, let's start. What is your high?
I think the activism in a whole is my high. Every time I go on the streets, I go and help people, work on progress, working on anti-racism and so on. That's my high.
Is there another high that you're working towards too?
The work I do, I really want to see change. In 20 years, I want to see change, and I want to say to my grandchildren when I ever have them, or if I ever have them, like, okay, look, your granddad did this.
He wasn't on the street for nothing.
And we worked on this, and with that group, we changed that.
We love to keep it real, of course. So maybe you can share, what's your low?
My lowest me was also the same age, like 15, 16 years old, where my dad died.
Yeah.
He goes away, and you're on an age where you understand what that means.
Yeah.
So you know he's never coming back.
How were you feeling at that in that low time, that low moment?
It's a sad moment where you don't care, you just do, you just go. And you always try to get away from the reality. When you're outside with friends training, you're outside the reality.
Yeah,
then you come back home and you're like, okay,
it
hits you again. So yeah, that was like a really low moment in my life, I think.
Yeah. What were the things that got you out of that low state concerning the loss of your dad?
I think time, that's for sure. When we talk about death, it's always time.
Yeah.
Nothing else will ever help, it's time. I'm telling you, it's weird, but that sport, free running, really did something to me. And I even skipped school to go training solo in the city.
So we have some juicy questions for everybody who comes to the Juice, and of course for Yassine we also have some juicy questions. Yassine, tell us, are you single?
That's a juicy question. Yes, I am.
Okay.
At the moment, yes, I am.
At the moment, ladies. So I read somewhere when you were younger, 15 years old, 16 years old, you were like a little bad boy, is that correct?
Yeah, you could call it a bad boy. Yeah.
Okay, so why the switch? Why did you
switch at all?
Or did you? Yeah, are you still bad boy?
I did switch. Yeah, the things I did back then were bad.
We're all young, so yeah.
My life changed, and the way I saw the world changed. That was especially also because I was young. I changed schools, and in that school, I kind of realized, okay, I need to get my life together. And everyone around me was getting arrested, getting stabbed, beat, or whatever. I didn't want to become that, And I found free running training, and that's what kept me on the streets, but in a different way.
And how did you actually start with this in the first place?
I always say I was born in activism because of my color, because of my name, because of my nationality, and so on and so on. I was from young age on treated differently, and you feel that, and afterwards you know it's your color.
Yeah.
It's your name, and then you begin to think, but why is this happening to me? Why are the Moroccans this or the Africans that, and then you start to think, and then you start to wake up. And I think a real turning point, maybe that's what you can call as the D-Day, was maybe reading the book of Malcolm X, the autobiography of Malcolm X. That really changed my view and on what change you can actually do. Yeah.
Can you give maybe tips or advice to people who want to help but not be necessarily an activist, but people who
see injustice but they want to do something but they don't know how, or
But I see people who even like post stuff on social media trying to make their audience aware of certain problems. For me, they are activists.
Every small difference helps, maybe? Or?
Every small difference helps, and I mean, if everyone can convince one person, you'll have millions in a couple of days, So everyone who does their part is helping us.
Is there something that you really want to teach the youth?
The rights, that's what I'm really doing. That's something I really get from young age on. As in, you have rights, some stuff that's happening to you now is not okay, is even by law not okay. So,
can you share maybe like one of those rights for our followers, like a thing that's super obvious but that nobody knows?
For example, you have the right to film the police. Not to put them on social media and so on, but you have the right to film them. So when you see a police intervention, when they arrest someone and you feel like, oh, something is going wrong, you can grab your phone, your camera, whatever, and you have the right to film.
Also very interesting, your Instagram page. I suggest everybody go to that Instagram page. We will put it in a link because I send it to people all the time. Like when you post another thing, oh, that's very, very convenient to know. I didn't know, so let's forward it to everybody and stay educated. Very important. Thank you so much for coming to our studio. We loved having you here.
Thank you guys for watching another episode of The Juice. Stay tuned because we got some more interesting people coming over and some more juicy questions, of course.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and I don't know what.
But everything you gotta do, just do it.
See you next time.
Bye.
Big shout out to The Juice, the podcast, and the two girls who are running The Juice because they're great. Big shout out.